Good.
Broadcasting from Cincinnati, you're listening to the Ringside Reporter Podcast. All the news from the world of boxing right here.
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you.
Now, here's your host, Eric Lorda.
Welcome to a very special Tuesday edition of the Ringside Reporter Show. I tell you what, I gotta oil this thing. This boom I have. I didn't know how it's set up and it like hangs here. And every time I adjust it, I can hear it like, you know, it's weird. Anywho, we're going to talk about Teofimo Lopez today and kind of where he goes from here, man. As Beeb has mentioned, the takeover has begun. And so I guess the big question is, does he stay at 135? Does he move up to 140? Anja in the chat just said Lomachenko is getting shoulder surgery. Did you hear anything about that?
Did not hear about that, no.
Yeah, I didn't hear about it either. Where did you hear that, Anja? I don't know. But if he is, so what? It doesn't make, you know what I'm saying? I mean, stop it. It's kind of like the Pacquiao-Mayweather thing when he had like a torn rotator cuff and he still went in there anyway. If that's what you did, then you cheated yourself. You cheated the fans and everybody who watched it, especially in Pacquiao's case, who people paid for it.
Well, he already had shoulder surgery before. So is it the same shoulder or is it the other shoulder?
Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. Let me see if we can. You said it's on Boxing Scene. Let's see if we can look it up here. Lomachenko undergoes right shoulder surgery. Had shot before Lopez fight to alleviate the pain. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, he said he underwent right shoulder surgery Monday to repair his labrum, less than 48 hours after dropping a unanimous decision to Lopez. Huh. Shoulder surgery was performed in L.A. He said he had a shot to alleviate the pain heading into the fight. Lomachenko first dislocated his right shoulder in May of 2018 while fighting Linares. Excuse me. Interesting. Kevin Aioli has first reported this. You know, it's interesting, B, but I got to be honest, man. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I got
a torn labrum in my right shoulder. I never had surgery. Watch me turn the right hand over. Ready?
Yeah, you probably should have surgery, dude. That's a little slow.
I can still fight it.
Yeah, but it wasn't as sharp as it should have been, man. I've seen you a lot sharper than that, B.
Look at that. I'll turn that over.
I don't know, man. You probably should get that checked out.
Do you want to slow the camera down a little bit so the people can see it?
I think we need to speed the camera up so people can really kind of view it.
I showed Tio how to throw that right hand.
Should have showed Lomachenko. You know, I don't know. I don't. It doesn't matter. I got to be honest. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can go back. Listen, it's just a bad style matchup for you, son. That's what it boils down to. I mean, it doesn't make me, long for the rematch. You know what I mean? It doesn't make me long for a rematch or anything like that. So, nah, I don't care if he hurt his arm or not. Listen, you were beat by a better guy that night. If he came back, could he do anything different? Doubtful. I don't think so. Mark Passio says, is anybody going to watch UFC Saturday? Yeah, I'm going to watch Khabib. Khabib's a must-see, right, Beeb? You watching that?
Yeah, I always
watch it, right? I got to watch that.
I always
Khabib,
I always do. I always get Khabib.
Yeah, we got to watch that.
Huge Khabib fan.
Justin Gaethje and Khabib, yeah. Logan said, I'm rooting for Tio's success. God bless him and his father. I agree. Listen, you can't hate on him. I don't know why everybody's there's a lot of hate going both sides here. A lot of people hating on Lomachenko, calling him overrated and this and that. A lot of people hating on Tio. Okay, so you did a show, and I didn't catch it earlier, about, I guess people are saying the scorecards. Talk to me about this a little bit, Beeb.
Well, in my opinion, what everybody is doing, the people who pick Lomachenko are going out of their way to say that this fight was 115 and 113 or 114 and 114. They're just going out of their way to make this fight closer than it really was. Just
115 to 113 for Loma?
No, for Tio.
Who cares, though? Yeah, I mean, who cares, though?
Well,
I mean, if it was 115, 113, who cares?
I don't
That's
care.
a plausible scorecard. I mean, it's plausible. I don't
I
agree
don't-
with it. I mean, that's what
I
I had. But again, I told you the 12th round I missed. So,
Well, they're going so hard on not just Julie Letterman's scorecard, but they're saying that 116 and 112 is horrible, and they're saying 117 and 111 is too wide. So,
well, why
they
is
only-
116, 112 horrible?
because they want it to be closer because they want to justify their pick. They want to make they're such Loma fans that they want to do everything they can to make it look like that it was a close fight, so they could save face.
Well, we can do this right here. Okay, let me ask you this.
What did Nacho say the other day? Oh, 116 and 112 is a horrible scorecard. 117 and 111 is a horrible scorecard. So all the Loma fans, the only two plausible scorecards that could happen is 115 and 113 and 114 and 114. I went back and watched that second round 20,000 times. 20,000 times. And I watched it with my brother today. And we counted. 2 minutes went by. Lomachenko did not throw a punch for the first 2 minutes of the round. And Lopez landed 2 right hands, 2 body shots, an uppercut, and 2 jabs.
What was the stat I sent you earlier? What was that stat? He landed 5 shots.
Well, yeah,
in the second round.
He landed 5 punches, and Lopez landed like 11.
Right, but he threw like 30-some or 40-some punches, and Lomachenko threw like 12.
And only one of only one of those punches in that second round was a clean left hand. The other ones weren't even really good shots.
Well, the thing is, like I said, I mean, clearly Lopez was busier in the round. He landed more. He threw more. Isn't that what it's all about? You know what I mean?
This fight just was not close. It just wasn't close.
G Funky says Teddy Atlas said that Lopez needed the 12th to get a draw on his card.
Because this is what happened. Oof. All of the ESPN, all of the people who work at ESPN, all the people that work at ESPN are saying that this fight was either 115 and 113 or 114 and 114.
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence. Why are they doing that? No, 117-11 was not on a line because you could have given the 8th. You could have easily given the 8th to Lopez. Go back and watch the 8th. The 8th was a swing. In my opinion, the only swing round in this fight was the 8th. And I gave it to Lopez, Lomachenko.
I could see, like, again, I scored the second round. I scored the first 7 or 8. I think it's the first 7 for Lopez. They were talking about that second round. It was kind of like, to me, what it reminded me of, and it wasn't even that dramatic, like the Sugar Ray Hagler, where Sugar Ray would get active the last 10 seconds of the round.
He landed one good punch.
But what I'm saying, listen to me. What I'm saying is he does the flurry at the end of the round. That combination landed at the end of the round or whatever, or toward the end of the round. Maybe you can make a case for it.
No.
I can't. I mean, like I said, I didn't give him a second round. You
can't make a case for it. It's impossible.
It's not impossible.
I won't budge on it. I'm gonna stand on that hill. He did not throw a punch for the first 2 minutes.
What was the other stat? He didn't throw. He landed 30 punches in like 7 rounds. He landed 30 of his punches, 30 punches in 7 rounds, I think. Now, around 8 through 12, different story. But for the first 7 rounds, he landed 30 punches. For me, he was just not busy enough. Lopez was taking the rounds just sheerly on volume, and he was hitting him. And it wasn't like he wasn't hitting him. He was hitting him.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to stop you. You know why I'm not going to stop? I'm not going to stop because you guys wouldn't stop. You guys wouldn't stop. So now you got to deal with me. You got to fucking deal with me. I'm not going to stop. Eric, welcome to the Loma Lopez marathon. Even Eric's on board with this marathon right now.
I love it.
We are not going to fucking stop. You guys went at us so hard. Just like I want my respect. How many picks do I have? How many times do I got to tell you about, guys? And none of yous listen. I want my respect. I want my fucking respect. I want my respect.
You got Beep Dangerfield over here.
I'm freaking. I should have thrown the right hands. The labrum is getting a little sore from that.
He threw his hand out. He done threw his shoulder out. That's what happens when you get 50, man. I feel you, man. I know what you're going through.
That was a bad move. I might have to ice that down tonight. But
he tore his rotator cuff, turned it over his right hand.
No, you know why? You know why you're the bad guy, Notch? I'll tell you why.
Why am I the boy? I didn't say anything. What is Nacho getting on me for? I didn't do anything, man.
You know why you're the bad guy? You know why you're the bad guy? This is why you're the bad guy. Because you said all the scorecards were bad. Only one of the scorecards were bad. Here's the thing.
Scorecards, yeah.
Eric, here's the thing. Here's the thing. All three judges agreed on rounds 1 through 7. Okay? Yeah. All three judges agreed on round 12. If all three judges agree on 8 of the rounds, when does that ever happen in a fight of this magnitude?
Let me ask you a question, though.
They all agreed on 8 of the 12 rounds. So was everybody stupid? Go ahead.
Oh, let me ask you a question, though. Because you're arguing a lot about the scores. Number one.
Only because of them. Only because of them. All of them fanboys said all three scorecards sucked. If that was never
all
mentioned.
Three. No. I didn't think all three sucked. I thought two. I thought one of the three sucked.
One was bad. Everyone, all the ESPN employees had it 115 and 113 and 114 and 114. And here's another coincidence. Everyone's copy and pasting those scorecards from ESPN. Everyone's copy and pasting friggin' Andre Ward's scorecard or Stephen A. Smith's scorecard as their own. Why?
Let me ask you a question. We're arguing a lot about the score, but have you met anybody or talked to anyone who could make a case that Lomachenko won the fight?
One or two people said.
I have not heard anyone say that he has won the fight.
That's all I heard.
I haven't even heard that many people talk about a draw, to be honest with you.
All I heard,
I've heard 115, 113, but nobody talking about a draw. Nobody talking about Lomachenko winning.
All I heard, the first thing that came out of all of these Loma fanboys' mouths is the scorecards were horrible. Let me ask you a question. Did you watch Luke Campbell versus Lomachenko?
Yeah.
Honest opinion, and I'll respect whatever you say. Did Luke Campbell only win one round in that fight?
Yeah, he whitewashed him. Yeah, I do. I really believe that. Yeah,
all right, I respect your opinion.
Much.
I thought he won at least 3.
I thought he was competitive. Again, I thought he was competitive.
So you only gave him the first round. You only gave him the first round.
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the fight. But
I thought those scorecards were wide, but I never complained about them.
Yeah.
I thought Luke Campbell won 3 or 4 rounds in that. At least 3 rounds. At least 3 rounds. Yeah. And all the judges only gave 1 round. I didn't cry about that. But see, the reason why I'm going so hard right now on the scorecards is because all I heard after the fight, those scorecards were horrible. Oh, those scorecards were horrible. How could they be horrible if the judges agreed on 8 of the 12 rounds? They all agreed on 1 through 7, and they all agreed on 12.
Right.
How could they be hard?
But I will tell you this. The 119 scorecard was way out of line. No question about it.
I'm not defending that one.
And the fact that it was, like I said, 118, I could make a case. I mean, like you said, we could make a case for the 8th round going for Lopez.
Could Lopez have won the 8th round? Yes or no? Is that retarded?
Yeah. No. I mean, that's
so. If you give him the 8th, if I gave him the 8th round,
make a case for that.
If I gave him the 8th round, right?
Yeah,
that would have been 117 and 111. 117 and 111 and 116 and 112, I think are the 2 most common scorecards. I don't hate 115 and 113. I don't hate it. When I
finished my scorecard, I had a 115, 113. Now, the caveat is the 12th round. I gave the 12th round to Lomachenko. After watching the 12th round again, I missed it. I was wrong.
It's okay.
I'm the only one
But
who
Nacho,
will ever admit that I'm wrong.
well, I admit I'm wrong. I admit I'm wrong.
Not
At least
you. Not you.
I admit I'm wrong once a year. But
Once a
anyways,
year. Right, on Tuesday.
Nacho,
Right.
Nacho, I can't believe Nacho gave him that. I just it just befuddles me that people gave him the second round. I tried hard. I brought my brother in the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Can you please watch this, right? And tell me who won this round, because everyone's saying that this round was close."
Yeah.
And you know what he said after the round? He goes, he goes, you're not just fucking with me right now. He goes, and then I go, no. People thought that the other guy won this round. You know what he said? He goes, and he goes, and then you wonder why I don't watch this fucking sport. That's what he said to me. He goes, you wonder why I don't watch this sport. I watched that round. I put it on a loop.
Yeah.
I put it on a loop. I've been watching it like before I go to bed. I watch it I've been watching it every night.
Second round.
Since the fight. I have it on a loop.
Yeah.
Right.
I told you, like I said, I told you that I think I was texting you for the first couple of rounds, and then I just stopped because it was so one-sided. But 2-0, 3, just too much activity. And he's hitting him.
Guys, stop telling me to stop. I told you. I'm probably going to do this I'm doing this for at least till the end of the year. I'm going to be doing it. At least till the end of the year. Maybe when 2021 starts, I'll stop. Eric, did I ever complain about the 117 and 111 scorecard?
I don't know that you did. Yeah, I don't know that you did.
Did you hear me say that on Sunday that was a bad scorecard?
I don't think, but I don't remember, but I can't say for certain. No, I
said that the 8th round was a scorecard. Was a swing round. And I said I almost gave Lopez the 8th round, but I didn't want to come off as being too biased, so I gave it to Lomachenko. I almost did score the fight 117 and 111. On my naughty soul, I'm grabbing the chain right now. On my naughty soul, I almost did.
So then he gave him 9, 10, and 11.
I gave him 8, 9.
No, for 117, he gave him 9, 10, and 11.
I thought the only clear Lomachenko rounds in this fight were 9, 10, and 11. Those are only clear. I thought 8 was a swing, and I thought 1 through 7 and 12 were definite Lopez rounds.
And I mean, but at the end of the day,
that second round, it wasn't even close. You even said it yourself. You said it. How could someone have scored that second round for
I didn't think it was a swing round at all, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess you can make the case. I don't know, but I didn't think it was close. I mean, I was really I was stunned.
What is
at
Nacho
how
saying?
easy
What is Nacho saying?
He was taking care of him.
What is Nacho saying that I said? Hold on, let me get this.
I think it's what you're. Let's see here.
Go back and watch the show. You said it was, but no, I never said it was. Nope.
Yeah, Boxing Syndicate is asking, did we hear about the shoulder? Yeah, we did. Said it was shoulder. He got a shot in there.
I was just trying to pacify you if I did, Nacho, because once I was just trying to make you feel good because you were a little bit butthurt Sunday. I was trying to console you.
Stop it. What's the matter? He's caller of the year. What's wrong with you?
He was a little bit butthurt on Sunday.
Boxing Syndicate, yeah, we did hear about it. We talked about it earlier in the show. But quite honestly, I'll be honest with you, I don't think it makes a difference.
Well, it's the same shoulder he already injured in 2018. So
yeah, and he was able to win that fight by knockout. So, but I don't think hand wraps out at 115, 113. But let's talk about it, because here's the brass tacks of it. Nobody scored the fight for Lomachenko. Nobody. You can't even make a case that he won the fight. And just like the second Canelo fight, the second Canelo Triple G fight, I can't make a case that Triple G won the fight. I can make a case for a draw, which I believe I had it a draw. I can make a case for a draw. I cannot make a case for Triple G winning that fight.
How did you have it? 115 and 113 for Lopez?
Who, me or hand wraps?
You.
I had it 115. I had it 115, 113. That's given him the 12th round. And again, like I said, I admitted that's a was a mistake on my part. So
look at Nacho insulting me, calling me all types of names in the chat. We're gonna have to take.
I mean, you'll be all right.
We're gonna have to take away that call of the year, man.
What's the matter with you?
That's conduct unbecoming of caller of the year. He can't be calling me names.
Conduct unbecoming.
That is conduct unbecoming of caller of the year.
Just like the
WBC has a morality clause.
That's
we have
true.
a morality
clause here at Ringside Reporter.
We're gonna suspend him for a month from being caller of the year. He's gonna lose that title for a month because of that conduct.
And then he gets it back in November.
We'll get it back. We'll give it back to him in November.
After Election Day, after our guy wins. All right. So bottom line is Loma's out with surgery. We don't even know what's next for that guy. We don't know if he stays at lightweight or he moves down. He could stay. Essentially, he could stay at lightweight and try to gather all his belts up. But he goes down and weight to 130. Isn't that where Shakur is, or is Shakur still at 126?
I think he's at. I think
he's at 130, isn't he?
I can't remember. I'd have to check.
I'd have to check too. Nacho.
Nacho, I sent you a Ringside Reporter T-shirt, Nacho. Okay,
is deservedly so.
Just remember, I did that, and I went easy on you in that contest, just so you know you could look good, so you can get the shirt. All right.
G Funky brings up a really good point. He said these guys are trying to minimize the Lopez win. 7-5 is winning by 1 round. Stop it. Listen, that's not. You know what? That's not even my issue with the whole thing. The guys trying to minimize Lopez's win. You know what they're saying is that Loma was washed up. Loma sucks. Loma was overrated. Loma was none of that. That is what diminishes Lopez win. Not that. Not the scores or anything like that. But G Funky is 100% right in the fact that everybody is dumping now. Everybody jumps off the Loma train and dumps all over him. And essentially dumps all over Lopez's victory, because now you're saying, well, Lopez is a bum or he just fought a bum and blah, blah, blah. And it's all nonsense. Nacho says he fought at 130. So let's talk about this for a minute. Lomachenko, he's going to get surgery. He might be done. I don't know. I don't know what he does from here. But so what? He goes up in weight, or he doesn't go up in weight. He knows the cap is 135. No. So does he stay at 135? Maybe collect some of the belts back. I don't know. Does he go back down to 130? I don't know. He's got Shakur Stevenson down there. And let me tell you what, that's not a good matchup for him either. Now, he doesn't hit as hard. He's more of a Gary Russell type of guy. Maybe he might be better with that, but that's not a day on the beach, man. I'll tell you that.
I like Loma.
I do too.
But I mean, that surgery is not a bad surgery. It's a quick recovery time. He could be out after that surgery. He could be back close to normal in about maybe 6 to 8 weeks. So he could fight next year. He won't. It's not going to be like he's going to be off for a year because of that surgery. It's not a bad surgery. I know all about that surgery. They offered it to me. I turned it down. I just did the rehab. But it's a 6 to 8 week recovery time. It's not a labram's not as bad as a rotator cuff. You see what I'm saying? What they do when you have a torn labrum, all they do is they can either try. It's a risky in terms of success rate. They can try and tack it together, whatever, and it's hit or miss whether it stays. Sometimes they just cut out the torn piece, but it's hit or miss one way or the other. He's going to be out probably 6 to 8 weeks.
Boxing Syndicate says if it's even real, why would we doubt that it's real? Why would we doubt that he's not having surgery?
No, because it's the same soldier. And here's the bad part about it. Oh, if he already injured it once and now it's injured again, then that's going to be something that's probably going to be ongoing. So,
Nacho said if it's just a cleanup, he said he's going back in February, they said. Nacho also challenging to a rematch, Beeb. He says, Nacho calling you out.
I got to give him credit. He did a good job that day.
He beat the snot out of you. I was really surprised.
I'm not trying to kiss his ass or anything because I'm
just saying. I thought you would have done a better job. I was shocked. I was shocked that the Beeb went down that day.
It's a split decision. Come on, could have went either way.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That was rough. That was hard to watch. I got to be honest with you.
Don't be like these Loma fans, please.
I wanted to end the show, Beeb. I couldn't deal with it.
Don't be like these Loma fans. But that was my aggravation. Was I wasn't the one that was complaining about the scorecards.
Right.
The reason why I'm calling them out on their scorecards is the way they're talking is there can only be two scorecards, 115 and 113 or 114 and 114. And all I'm saying is, what a coincidence. That's the same two scorecards that all the employees at ESPN have. Why? And again, I know you hate when I do this, so I'm going to apologize ahead of time because you hate when I do this. I'm going to put on my conspiracy theory hat right now.
Not the conspiracy theory hat.
I'm putting on the conspiracy theory hat right now.
Put on the triangle hat.
Why do you think all of these ESPN employees are trying to say that this fight was close and competitive? I heard that this fight did beautiful. Had 3 million views at its peak.
Wow,
that's good, right?
That's awesome.
That's not bad, right? That's what I heard. So now, all of this trying to make the fight close shit is for the build-up for the rematch, in my opinion. It's no coincidence that all the ESPN employees are doing this. That's just my conspiracy theory. Again,
I don't think so.
So I think they're trying to push for the rematch.
I don't think so. And I'll tell you why.
All right.
Thank you very much, D-Style. He says, hey, brother, come here. I need you to watch around for me. I guess in your voice, calling your brother out to watch the second round.
You know what he said? You know what he said when I told him to come on? He's like, oh, what the fuck do you want me to do now? He's like,
like you want to work in a coal mine or something, you know?
Come on, I'm busy taking a nap here.
Well, that first 6 will put you to sleep anyway. All right. So as far as what Loma does, I don't know what Loma does, but let's talk about Teofimo. All right. His manager said it's better than a 50% chance that he stays at lightweight. Bob Arum also said too, it's 50-50 because if he moves up, Taylor and Ramirez still have to fight. All the belts are now tied up. Taylor and Ramirez have to fight in the 2021 or whatever they're fighting. They're fighting that unification, okay? So after that's done, they have a mandatory there. Yeah. They're going to have to fight that mandatory. He won't even get a title shot.
You're right.
Until late 2021.
That conversation we had earlier.
Yeah.
A lot of what I was saying is what I wanted to happen more so than what was
sure.
possible. I'd rather I want that to happen, and they kind of teased it a little bit, but what I really think is going to happen is I think they're going to try and make a rematch with Lomachenko. That's what I think. That's what I think everyone over at Top Rank wants.
I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I keep hearing
Devin
Ryan
Haney.
Garcia and Devin Haney tossed around. We know he's going to manhandle Ryan Garcia. That's not a fight. Devin Haney's a different animal. Devin Haney is a bad style matchup for everyone on the planet. Devin Haney, to me, like I said, I've said it again, time and again, man. Time and again, he's Floyd Mayweather 2.0. I really believe that. And Lopez is big and he's strong, but you can't put a glove on Haney. He doesn't get hit. I mean, the guy is one of the best you're likely to see, man. He's going to be the guy. You know, do you steer into that storm? I don't know. I would like to see the fight. Sure.
Apparently they've been going back and forth on FaceTime or something.
On I guess whatever they've been going back and forth on. But yeah, they don't like each other. Haney's apparently they've sparred before or whatever. Teofimo, of course, says he got the better of him. Haney's trainer said that he didn't lay a glove on Devin, so he didn't really go into detail or whatever. But the one I saw, he said, yeah, he couldn't lay a glove on him.
When Tank and Lopez sparred, I looked like Lopez did a good job against Tank.
Yeah, he should. He should. I mean, and Lopez. Listen, man, I really underestimated Lopez because watching his videos, watching the tape, and everything like that, he didn't look to me like he could do what he could do, like what he did.
I knew he could do it all.
You know, and I thought he would have to change his style to beat Loma. He didn't change a thing. He really didn't change a thing. He kind of imposed his will on Loma, and Loma's defense didn't even play a part in this. It really didn't. You know, Nacho says that Haney hasn't fought anyone on Loma's level. I think Lopez can take him. Eric, I'm not sold on Haney right now from Nacho. Listen, Nobody was sold on Lopez until after that, after he beat Lomachenko. You know what I mean? Even Beeb off the air told me, I don't know who's going to win. Beeb told me off the air. He was like, I think Lomachenko beats him.
Don't do
but
that,
for devil's
Eric.
advocate,
Don't
I'm
do
gonna
that,
go
Eric.
with.
I will file a
curtain back a little bit. I don't want to.
I will file a defamation suit against you. It'll make your head spin.
From the attorneys at Beeb Industries. Beeb was the only one. Beeb was really the only one who was on the Lopez train early.
Oh, G Funky was too.
Robbie was too. Robbie was too. He said all along that.
Robbie calls me up at least once a week asking me for who we should pick. Don't use Robbie as an example.
So G Funky, Beeb, and Robert were really
and D Style too. D
Style wasn't on his train. Anywho, that's right. Said it. Said what I said. I like D Style. D Style's from El Paso, man. I got family there. He probably knows. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
He may.
Nacho. But for me, Haney passes the eye test. And so I think it's more likely that he stays at 135, defends that title once or twice before moving up. And I think he's got to wait because there's nothing for him up there. I mean, really, there's nothing for him up there. Who's he going to fight if he moves up to 140? Prograis? Maybe.
I like the Prograis.
I like that fight too, but is it going to get made? Does Prograis want it? He wants a rematch with Josh Taylor too. So, I mean, there's a lot right now. All the belts are tied up. There's no reason to go there because you can't win anything right now. Here, you can keep defending. But I'll tell you what, man, I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to make that Haney fight. I really wouldn't. Those two don't like each other.
I don't think they dislike each other. I think they have kind of like a competitive rivalry going. I don't think it's like bad blood like it was with Loma. I think they kind of have like a rivalry going. I don't think it's kind of deep-seated hatred for one another. I could be wrong, but it just seems like they kind of have like a playful rivalry going. I don't know.
Doesn't seem playful. I don't know. It doesn't seem playful to me, but
you think it's bad like the Loma thing?
I don't think it's like all out hate. But I think there's I don't think the two like each other. I don't think they'll be sending each other Christmas cards anytime soon.
Yeah.
Nacho says, should Era make the Haney fight since Loma's out until late 21? Yeah, absolutely. And if and again, I mean, there's no rematch clause. There's no rematch clause for it for the Loma fight, but. I mean, would you want to see it again?
No, I don't want to see it again.
I don't want to see it again, right?
I
hate rematches.
You're starting to get me excited for this Haney fight.
Haney's awesome, man. Go watch it. And you can say all you want. Listen, he doesn't fight anybody or he hasn't fought anybody.
Listen,
watch him.
I am not going to discredit anything you're saying right now because how many times have I done the same thing to you? Talk about fighters that they haven't done anything at the time yet.
Right.
We're gonna go by that saying. Everybody fights nobodies until they fight somebody.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
JC says your fight Garcia versus Teo or versus Haney. You talking about Ryan Garcia? I don't know. Ryan Garcia, from a popularity standpoint,
He's
pretty popular. He's pretty popular. So the money might be there. It's an easier fight for Lopez for sure. I'm not sold on Ryan Garcia. I'm just not. And he's going to, is it Luke Campbell? And I think he mows down Luke Campbell.
Do you think, I think Luke Campbell is live in that fight.
You think so?
Yeah. No one agrees with me, but I think he's live.
I think they're catching Luke Campbell at the right time.
Think so?
I think so. He's on his way up. Campbell's on his way down. He's real popular, and so that can make for a big money fight. He's not going to risk that. There's no way he's going after that.
Man, that's not a bad opponent for him. That's a good opponent.
Garcia's fast, but he's not. I mean, he's not going to be able to catch Lopez. He's so much bigger. He's so much bigger.
Why is Devin Haney fighting friggin' Gamboa though?
Who knows? Who knows?
I don't like that fight, man.
I don't like any of the DAZN fights. DAZN, I mean, I don't know what they're doing over there. You know, I really don't know what they're doing over there. But yeah, man, I think that that Haney fight, to me, that's the fight to make. That's another fight of the year, because Lopez now, he can't really go backwards. You can't go back to fighting, you know, top 5, you know, top 10 guys, and you know what I mean. You got to fight known guys now. You got to fight money guys now.
You still got Comey down there. You got Robert Easter. You got Javier Fortuna's decent. You got Rancis Bartholomew. You got some good guys at one. No, is Bartholomew at 140 now, or is he 135?
I thought he was still at 135.
I think he's still at 135. Yeah, I think he's still at 135. So you still got all those good guys at 135. So my only concern is, can he still make 135 comfortably? I don't like when someone talks about moving up. Sometimes there's a reason behind that.
Well, they said, yeah, they said this during the fight week or whatever, he was eating every meal. He wasn't skipping meals. He was eating regularly, drinking regularly. He said there was no problems with the weights. G Funky says that Haney's dad said Gamboa is a good test for his son. Well, what's he gonna say? I guess, you know, I think G Funky has the same reaction I do with it. You know, we of course is not a good test for him, you know. But Gamboa is a name, you know, he's a name guy, yeah, name everybody's heard of. So, you know, yeah, but it should be a whitewash. I'm not looking forward to the fight because I think it's going to be, you know, what'll be interesting to see if he gets him out of there and how soon, how good he looks, that kind of thing.
Well, can he get him out of there quicker than Tank did?
I don't know. Let's see.
But did Tank really get him out of there, or is it more of a case of his Achilles being injured? And
yeah.
He had to stop.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, we'll see how Haney looks also. I think that's the other thing too, is that you know, when you have these type fights, you want to see how the other guy looks. You know, does he look good? Does he look fast? Does he finish the fight? You know, we all know you're supposed to win. But if you have a hard time in that fight.
Well, the crazy thing about it is that's going to be his toughest test to date. When you think about it, right? What else is that? What other tougher fight did Devin Haney ever have at 135?
You know, yeah, you got to agree with that.
Right?
Yeah, he doesn't. His resume is not exactly a who's who.
So, you
know, and that's the other thing, man, where you got to think about this. Like, just like I was talking about, what was it, Berlanga? You know, he's 15-0. Listen, we all know he's got power. I don't care who he knocked out. It's not difficult. A lot of people don't understand like how difficult it is to knock somebody out, you know, in a fight. It's very difficult because they have the same skill set as you do. You know, they know how to punch, they know how to block, they know how to move, and you know, you're basically fighting, you know, a mirror a lot of times. And so it takes skill and it takes power to do what they can do. That being said, can you do it against a guy with a higher skill level? That's what I'm worried about with Berlanga, you know, because he just, you know, he's got 15 wins, 15 first round knockouts. This is a guy who hasn't been out of the first round. Does he have stamina? Can he box? We don't know. None of us know.
You got to answer the questions. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to get him up there. You got to up his competition. You know, if you got to get more experienced guys, then get more experienced guys. You know, but you got to up his competition because what you're doing for him now isn't really doing him any favors career-wise. It's building him up and it's making people pay attention.
Is he ready for a Teofimo Lopez right now?
For a Teofimo, what is Berlanga's like 160? Isn't he like 160?
No. I'm talking about a guy like Devin Haney. Is Devin Haney? I was just going to change the subject. Is Devin?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Is Devin Haney ready for a Teofimo Lopez?
Yeah.
Berlanga, I don't.
I got to start raising his level of competition.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just the long and short of it. Sebastian Andrew, what is he saying? Teo would not dare rematch Loma, and he's juicing, but otherwise, Congratulations on him and getting the decision.
I thought you unsubscribed to me, Sebastian, because I was swearing too much on the live cast after we got the victory.
After we got the victory, like you were in his corner.
After we got the victory, I thought you were going to unsubscribe to me because I was swearing too much. What happened?
Teo would not dare rematch. Why? You think Loma would win? You think Sebastian? Do you think Loma would win that rematch?
Is Berlanga 168 or was he 160?
160. I thought he was 160, but
I thought he was 160.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Nacho said he's 168. All right.
I believe Nacho.
I believe Nacho. He knows.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah, 168.
Even though we scored that second round for Lomachenko, I still believe him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they do with that guy. But it'll also be interesting, like I said, I mean, I'm really like intrigued now what happens with Teofimo. I really am. I'm really intrigued on what happens with him, man.
I got a feeling they're going to do that rematch. I just got a feeling they're going to do that rematch.
I hope not. I mean, for what?
Again, the fight did 3 million viewers. Got a lot of attention. People are talking about it.
It didn't. I tell you what. It didn't. I tell you, it didn't. I don't know. The rematch wouldn't do anything for me. Put it that way. But it didn't get 3. It didn't sound like Bob Arum was real keen on a rematch either.
No,
not from everything I read. Nacho says, do you give Caleb Truax, Jose Uzcategui, or Martin Murray level fighters to Berlanga at this point? No. 100% no. 100% no. Got
something good there. Why risk it?
Yeah, I mean, I think you gotta like move this guy a little bit slower even. He's got 15 fights, but who has he fought? You know, that guy, they fed him the other night. And listen, man, the guy may be the goods. I don't know because I haven't seen enough of him. I don't know that anybody has. You know, the guy may be the goods, but I think, you know, you got to get him in there against some experienced guys, not a 34-year-old. And the guy had a lot of experience. He had like 20-some fights, 26 fights, I believe, or something like that.
Well, they thought he was going to give him rounds.
The guy was 34. And you watch this guy fight, he wasn't moving.
No.
And you know he didn't want to be in there.
No.
Come on, man. You don't put him in there with it. You want to put him against a guy, put him against a 30-year-old guy, put him against a 25-year-old guy or something like that, you know, a young, hungry kid or something. Put him in there with like a Mexican guy who can go some rounds, you know.
That was tough, wasn't it?
Yeah. Because like I said, man, you're not doing him any favors.
Not at all.
Zakaria Khan says, are we watching Khabib Gaethje? Yep, we sure are. I am.
I think I'm going to buy that one, Eric.
Yeah.
Did I buy that one?
I'm definitely buying it. Yeah. Is Justin? He says, is Justin Gaethje going to beat Khabib? Should we bet on the dog?
No.
No.
I can't.
100%. I can't see any scenario where anybody beats Khabib.
I can't endorse that pick.
No.
Not at all. I cannot endorse that pick.
No, Nacho giving more names. No, I don't think anybody. I think it's got to be somebody who somebody we haven't. It's going to be same type of guy, but just a guy that can go some rounds. JC says, why a Mexican guy? Why the Mexican guy? Because they grind it out. That's what we do. We don't lay down and we grind it out. That's why the Mexican guys. Because a Mexican guy will not quit. He will give you rounds. And he's always in the fight because he won't stop. That's why the Mexican guys.
So Lomachenko went into the fight with a bad shoulder. Is that the whole thing now?
That's what they're saying. They're saying that he went into the fight with a bad shoulder, had a shot beforehand. Obviously he had surgery afterwards. You know, he had surgery today or Monday or something like that. And listen, man, I mean, I hope he heals up. I hope he feels better. But the bottom line and the brass tacks is, even with a banged up shoulder, listen, they gave you a shot to stop the pain. He was throwing, you know, and his output was low, but his output was low because what Teo was doing to him. No other reason. And you know me, I like Loma. I like Loma a lot. He's one of my, he's one of my favorite fighters to watch.
Well, here's the thing, Eric.
But it's bad style for him.
But when you go back and look at again, I don't want to live and die by these punch stats, but when you do go back and look at the punch stats, the majority of the punches he threw were jabs. What's that thrown with? The right hand. So if the shoulder was that bad, then how did he throw? How was the majority of his punches going to be jabs? I'm not saying the shoulder wasn't injured, but to what degree was that shoulder injured, and how much of an effect would it did it have on his performance? We'll never know.
Never know. Wow, D-Style. That would be awesome. D-Style said, what about Berlanga versus Clay Collard? I can get behind that. That I can definitely get behind. That would be good. Yeah, that would be good. I don't hate that fight at all.
My prediction is Loma, Teo in April.
In April?
Yeah. Rematch. That's what I think is going to happen.
I think, when does Haney fight next? Haney's fighting, when is he fighting next?
November.
After the Haney fight, I think he's going to call out Lopez. I think he calls out Lopez, and I think that fight goes on. I think they're going to put that fight together. I really do.
Fight together instead?
I think they're going to put that fight together, man. I got a sneaking suspicion that they're going to put that fight together.
I don't think Ryan Garcia goes near Teofimo Lopez right now.
I don't think Ryan Garcia goes to watch Teofimo Lopez right now. 100% no.
Teofimo Lopez is at a specific restaurant out to dinner. I don't even think Ryan Garcia will go in that restaurant.
No, like I said, not even on the same block, man. He's too small. And you're dealing with a guy that's just.
I'm not crazy. I'm not.
Ryan Garcia's fast.
Yeah,
and he's faster than Lopez. I really believe he's faster than Lopez. But Lopez is explosive and he can catch you. You know. Blog Talk is not down, by the way. We just don't have the phone lines open right now. So just usually on the weekday shows, we don't open them up. Sometimes we do. When we open them up, nobody calls. You know, it's one of those things that nobody ever uses it on the weekday. So we just kind of shut it down, leave it for the weekend. So Lopez, Nacho says Lopez versus Haney in March. I think that'd be awesome. March or April. Yeah, live crowd. You get a live crowd in there. You put it in MSG. When is that? When is like the Puerto Rican Day Parade or whatever? When is that?
Don't know when that is actually.
And that's like March or April.
I think it may be sometime in the spring. I'm not sure.
Hey Nacho, when is that? When is the Puerto Rican Day Parade? Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Is Nacho Mexican?
Yeah.
Okay.
In June. Oh, it's in June.
Okay. Oh, I remember that. That's because that's when remember when Canelo and Cotto fought?
Yeah. Puerto Rican Day Parade's in June. So still, I mean, they both have a fight in the meantime or something like that, and they go together. June, vaccines should be out. I mean, hey, you get a live audience there.
We'll have that vaccine out by the end of the year. Don't worry.
Yeah, right. Hey, what happened before Election Day? I thought he was going to jump that out before Election Day. What happened?
It's close.
It's close. I hear China's got like 4 of them they're testing. Russia already put one out. Did you hear Russia already put one out back in August?
I did hear they put something out.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's working out that well over there.
It hasn't been tested yet, though. Trump 2020, everybody. It's going to be a landslide victory.
Okay.
You got a lot of people on the ground right now, I'm telling you.
You got a lot of people on the ground. How's he going to do in Massachusetts?
Want to hear a story about that?
I was looking for a yes or no answer, but sure, go ahead.
So people were telling me, right, at work that they wanted to put Trump signs out, right? This guy told me, like, yeah, my wife wants to put a Trump sign on the lawn. I told her, no way. What you think? You think I want to get attacked? People are afraid. People are afraid here to say that they like Trump. Except for me, I don't give a shit.
Right. It's funny. We moved to Harrison, Ohio, which is right. I mean, it's still Cincinnati in the sense that, but it's Harrison, so it's a little bit more rural out here, we can say.
But you know how liberal it is here. You know how
yes,
pro liberal this state is.
And like this area right here in Ohio is like the opposite of Massachusetts. I mean, there is Trump signs everywhere, man. So
It's a
he will
swing
win
state. It's a
easy
swing.
in Harrison.
It's a swing state there, though, right? Do you think he'll win the whole state?
It's possible. It's possible. I think he's
I
up
think
by
he will.
two.
I think he'll take Ohio. I think he'll take. This is what I think. I think he'll take Ohio. I think he'll take Pennsylvania again. I think he's going to win Michigan this time.
I think he's going to lose Pennsylvania big time.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I
He's
don't
way behind in Pennsylvania right now.
I don't think so. Got a lot of silent voters out there.
Unorthodox stance says vaccine. Go ahead and put that in your mess in your body. I'll pass. You know, I was talking to my dad about this. I said, it would be nice. I said, I was talking about we were just talking about this today. I said, once I get that vaccine, it'll be nice because it's like, you can go back out, you can start doing jujitsu again, you can start boxing again, you can start doing whatever, you know what I mean? And you don't have to worry about it. That's the thing. Like some of the gyms are open, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't, you're too close. Like when you're boxing or you're wrestling or whatever, you're way too close, man.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, you're going to get, if they're sick or they've been away, you're going to get it, man. So you can't even protect yourself there. What do? They take your temperature before you walk in. Come on, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So as I was telling him, I said, once we get this, man, hopefully life can go back to normal. Go to fights again, go to watch, sports or whatever.
It sucks going to the gym with the freaking mask on, man. Oh, it sucks so bad.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so glad I got the treadmill, because at least I can do my cardio now at the house, I don't have to wear a freaking mask, watch television while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
The thing I miss is the girls walking by me when I'm on the treadmill. That's the only thing I miss, man. There's a lot of good talent.
Have your brother dress up and walk by you.
Evan, please, come on. Killing me, man. Killing me. But there's a lot of good talent at these gyms here, man. A lot of good talent, man.
Oh, I imagine.
Got to see the talent here. Got to see the talent.
They all talk with that like Boston accent, though. You ever see the movie? What was that movie, Ted? About that super bear?
That's
and his girlfriend, Ted's girlfriend, the bear's girlfriend. Are they all like that? Like real, like?
No, because some of the gyms I go to, a lot of Hispanic women go to the gyms I go to.
Uh-huh.
So they have kind of like Hispanic accents.
All right.
Yeah. That's how it is.
So what are you doing? What are you doing these days? Are you on Twitter? Can they get to you? Can you get on Twitter without not Twitter, but what is that app you use? Tinder or whatever it is, where you swipe all the chicks?
Oh, Zoosk.
Zoosk. Is that what you use? Zoosk. That's your stuff.
Got a couple nice ones on there.
Nice.
Got a couple good honey dips on there. Got lucky a couple times on there.
Do they charge you a bunch of money, or like how does that work? Or do they give you like a COVID rate, or what do you do?
For the membership for Zoosk?
No, for the chicks. I mean, how do you handle that?
Be surprised with these feminists out there today, man. I don't even have to pay for the dinners anymore like I used to back in the day.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Wouldn't that be? Yeah, that's so great, though.
I got these chicks reaching for the check now.
I'd let them. I'd let. You got it, son.
Or miniature golfing or something. I'm not paying anymore.
Yeah, I left my wallet at home, sweetie. You want to take this one?
little 10-pin bowling. Honey, want to grab the check?
10-pin bowling. What is 10-pin bowling?
The big balls.
What?
Your bowl. Oh, you know what's funny? You guys don't have the candle pin bowling, right? You don't have like the small, you don't have in New England. We have what's called candle pin bowling, and the balls are small. They're like the size of almost like they're like this size, like this, called candle pin bowling. And the big balls,
like the ski balls, or whatever.
No, they're bigger than that. They're like they're about they're about like the size, like they're like this big.
Okay.
Kind of like that. So we call those, that's candlepin bowling. Google candlepin bowling one day. You see how small the balls are.
Okay.
So we call the big balls with the holes in them, we call that 10-pin.
Huh.
Yeah.
We don't have anything. I don't think we do anyway. I mean,
Yeah,
I've been to bowling alleys and stuff.
and bowling, you won't find a candlepin bowling alley outside of New England. Very, very rare. That's an exclusive thing for New England. It's a small.
Yeah.
It's a small. They call it the small balls. A lot of people don't like candlepin. They'd rather do the 10-pin, the big balls.
Yeah. That and grinders. That's it. New England specials.
JC, don't take shots, brother. Come on.
He plays pocket pool.
You don't want to be on my bad side. You know, you see me. You see me go at some of these guys in the chat.
We call it duck pin in Connecticut. Huh?
You don't want me? Yes, because Connecticut's New England. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. What are you gonna do? All right, guys. That's gonna wrap it up here for a special Tuesday show. Stay tuned, man, because we might have more shows this week. Beeb is doing a show every day this week for Teofimo Appreciation Week here on Ringside Reporter. He's been doing a great job, man. All his videos coming out and everything like that. You guys got to tune in.
Takeover.
The takeover, baby. You got to love it. You got to respect it. Listen, you got to respect it. Did a good job. He won fair and square. He deserves the spoils. All right, guys. Catch us. If you don't catch us this week, catch us Sunday at 7 p.m. We'll go over the latest. We also have, what do we got going on this Sunday, B? We got, who was it? The preview for Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz and Tank Davis.
Santa Cruz and Tank. That's one you don't want to miss.
Who do you like in that one? Who do you like in that one?
Tank.
You like Tank, right?
Yeah. I was leaning towards Santa Cruz. And what I was saying earlier, right when this fight got made, is if Tank makes the 130,
you did say
he's losing this fight. And I've kind of backtracked on that. And again, I always wait to the weigh-in. I like to see the weigh-in and everything. But the more I'm seeing now,
Tank looks good in training camp.
If he comes in at 130, he's fine. I think he's going to beat Santa Cruz.
I think Santa Cruz is real live. I'm gonna pick him for the upset, but I think I'm not as confident as I was a month and a half ago because I'm really impressed with how good Tank looks.
He looks good, man. He looks really good. He looks good on the pads and everything, man.
He looks sharp. He looks like in condition.
He's ready to go. He looks like a motivated Tank.
He looks ready to go now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I agree.
But
he looks really good.
I like Santa Cruz's style, how it matches up against his. I think it's going to be an intriguing fight, and I think it'll be a more entertaining fight than people give it credit for. I don't think Santa Cruz is going to go away quietly. I just don't.
No, Santa Cruz is going to be there to fight. A lot of people were dumping on Santa Cruz early on in his career, saying he didn't fight anybody. He should fight more people. I always like Santa Cruz, man. Santa Cruz is a good fighter. He's got but he's just. It's going to be a good fight, man. It's going to be a good fight because Santa Cruz, it's not like he's just going to pack up shop if he's losing, and he comes forward. He's a good boxer. That's the other thing, that's the other thing people underestimate him with. Look at Frampton. Frampton beat him that first fight. He beat him the first fight.
Yeah, I picked Frampton.
Made the adjustments.
That's another one.
Outboxed Frampton.
That's another one Beeb Industries pick. We got a plus 250 on Frampton.
Yeah.
Plus 250 right there. I still don't get my respect. But go ahead. I don't know what else I got to do.
I did take Tony Bellew over David Hay.
That was one of your best.
Around with Canelo and Khan saying, on my reign of terror. But I think that at the end of the day, man, I think Tank wins that fight. He just looks too good right now.
Stoppage or decision?
Dialed in.
Stoppage or decision? Think Santa Cruz can go to 12?
Yeah, I think so. I think he'll get a decision out of it. I don't think Santa Cruz is going, unless Tank catches him. If Tank catches him, I mean, he could put you out. He's got some pop. But, I think
I'm going to pick Santa Cruz with the upset.
Yeah. I don't hate that pick either, man. I
bet you Robbie's sniffing around this show right now. He's going to pick Santa Cruz right now, too.
Yeah, right.
Find out he's stealing my picks.
That's it, man. All right, guys. We will catch you probably later on this week, or if not, we'll catch you Sunday.
All right.